From the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, the final game of the first round in the Midwest, as the road to the Final Four continues here on CBS. The matchup in this first round, final game from Chicago today, the number 10 seeds, the Detroit Titans from the Midwestern Collegiate Conference, and from the Big East, the number 7 St. John's Red Storm. Earlier today, Western Michigan and Stanford advanced. They'll meet each other on Sunday afternoon. Purdue over Delaware awaits the winner of St. John's and Detroit. I'm Tim Ryan with Dan Bonner here at the United Center, and a long wait for a young man by the name of Felipe Lopez to be here in the NCAA tournament play with the Red Storm.
One of the really nice stories of this tournament, Felipe Lopez coming in with great expectations. Everybody says, well, this guy's a disappointment because you can't live up to those expectations, but a fine senior season that he's looking to cap off with a victory or two in the NCAA tournament.
Well, now for Detroit, they are the last team left from their conference. Surprisingly, 3 teams made it in.
And a lot of people said, well, 3 teams from the Midwestern Collegiate Conference don't deserve to be in this tournament. Illinois, Chicago losing to UNC Charlotte. Butler, the team that won the tournament to get the automatic bid, losing to the University of New Mexico. So the Titans of Detroit, the last best hope.
So the Titans of Detroit are coached by this man, Perry Watson, in his 5th year, a record of 87 and 57, and the conference coach of the year. And he will have Bakari Alexander as the forward with Brian Alexander at center, and then a 3-guard offense. Derek Hayes, their leading scorer, E.J. Harrelson, and Jermaine Jackson. Fran Frischella, the coach of St. John's in just his 2nd year, has done a remarkable job this year getting his team into the tournament with a record of 22-9 as an at-large entry, following Brian Mahoney and, of course, the great Lou Carnesecca, who's here tonight. At forwards will be LeVar Postel, Tyrone Grant. At centers, Endon Hamilton, Tariq Turner, and Felipe Lopez are the starting guards. UDM, University of Detroit Mercy, 2 schools merged. They're now known as Detroit. The Titans of Detroit with a record of 24-5, an at-large entry, co-champions of the regular season with Illinois, Chicago. Lost in the semifinals of their conference tournament to Wisconsin Green Bay. They've had an outstanding year, and they have some dangerous players in Brian Alexander and Derek Hayes.
That is correct.
Situated in the city of Detroit, as we said, in the Midwestern Collegiate Conference, an enrollment of 7,300 students in their at-large bid against the tournament teams. That's the key. They're 5-3, making their 4th NCAA appearance, but they haven't been here since 1979.
Their last NCAA tournament victory, Tim, they were coached by a gentleman by the name of Dick Vitale.
Yeah, we remember him. Gerald Boudreau, Ron Foxcroft, and Zelton Steed are tonight's officials. For St. John's, their 24th NCAA tournament appearance, but they haven't been here since 1993. They lost to Arkansas in the 2nd round that year. And the Detroit Titans in red with blue, and the Red Storm in white with red trim.
And Detroit opens in a man-to-man defense.
Turner, number 4. And a foul immediately underneath as the Red Storm got the ball into Zendon Hamilton, and he was manhandled down.
Well, I don't think there's going to be anything easy in this game, and Zendon Hamilton finds it out early. An excellent pass inside by Postel, and that's Bakari Alexander coming over, just pulling him down. Both of these teams, city kids, scrappy kids. Fran Frischella told us yesterday he expects a dogfight.
Zendon Hamilton, a senior from Floral Park, New York. They're all from around the Queens area. A couple of Brooklyn Bronx kids as well. A Zen master averaging 15-5 a game. 6'11", Zendon Hamilton. St. John's opening from the free throw line. Now, some of you watching us now will be going to one of these games shortly. Miami, UCLA, Radford, Duke, or Prairie View in Kansas. Those tips upcoming. Some of you will be leaving this game to join those. We're just underway here in Chicago, and another foul inside.
Tim, not a good sign starting out for the University of Detroit. A little confusion on the inside in their man-to-man. Some screens in there by St. John's. Detroit not handling them well. That's twice now that St. John's has been able to get the ball inside and draw fouls.
Derek Hayes was the man doing the fouling. Tyrone Grant at the line, the junior from Brooklyn, New York, averages 6.2 a game.
66% free throw shooter on the year.
And Grant misses them both. Lopez had the rebound, but ran into his own man, and the ball turned over to the Titans. Two Red Stormers going for the ball at the same time.
Man-to-man defense for St. John's.
Harrelson, Kari Alexander. The two Alexanders on Detroit's starting lineup are not related.
So a single point has been scored, that by the Red Storm, and they're on top of Detroit. We'll keep you updated throughout the evening on that game. But those of you awaiting Miami against UCLA, it's your time. Let's take you to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia for the tip-off. Jim Nance and Billy Packer. The Miami Hurricanes in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 1960 take on the UCLA Bruins. The final game of the day here at the Georgia Dome.
Hamilton had his hands on the ball but couldn't hold it.
Detroit with two 11-game win streaks this season. Excellent balance on this squad, but they are not a big team. And a miss there is gathered in by Lopez.
And he'll push it up the court.
Felipe Lopez, the senior, 6'6". Loose ball knocked out of bounds, and again will go to Detroit. But both teams a little tight here in the early going.
Well, it's been a long time between NCAA tournament appearances for each team, and a little bit of nervousness, I think, on both accounts, Tim.
Ryan Alexander over to Harrelson. This is Jermaine Jackson. Harrelson again. He tries for three. That one in and out, and high for the rebound. Postel of our Postel number 25. Sophomore from Albany, Georgia. He's the only non-New York area player, along with Colin Charles from Toronto, Canada, on the Red Storm squad.
And there's Hamilton, gets the ball down inside again. Now, Zendon Hamilton, this is the second time he's gone to the free throw line. There's nothing unusual there. Leader in Big East history. Free throws attempted and free throws made.
Zendon Hamilton will go to the line. 1-0 St. John's lead. He has the only point. Nothing St. John's. A pair of free throws from Hamilton. He has one more coming on that shooting foul.
Tim, we played 2 minutes. Nobody scored a field goal.
That's
yet.
right. A lot of banging around underneath there, but nobody able to find a clean shot to the basket. He gets another free throw, and it's 3-0 St. John's. Detroit 0 for 5. St. John's yet to make an attempt. And that is Derek Hayes hitting for three to tie it up.
Hayes, a 44% three-point shooter. Detroit really extends the man-to-man defense. Turner holding the ball pretty close to half court, trying to start the offense.
Drake Turner, watched by Harrelson. Now in the paint. Hamilton, and he muscles his way up there, but he walked before he got the shot off.
Zendon Hamilton fumbled that ball as he tried to catch it, Tim, and as a result, he wasn't able to squeeze the shot off.
Jermaine Jackson watched closely by Lopez.
Boy, St. John's extending the defense, too. Playing pretty good defense on the perimeter thus far.
Bounce pass inside for Alexander. Bakari Alexander and his spin move.
Lopez walked. And again, there's a lot of banging around going in there. Guys are having a tough time catching the ball, finding their balance, and it's because guys are banging on them, reaching their hands in.
Derek Hayes, jumper good. 5-3 Detroit.
Harrelson doing a great job keeping his head on the basketball, trying to stay with Tariq Turner. Turner, no really time to look inside and find anybody.
Turner Good pass inside for Postel, and his shot blocked. Detroit ball again. Grant goes out for the Red Storm. In comes Ron Artest, the outstanding freshman, the 6'6" forward from Queensbridge, New York. Not far from the campus at St. John's.
So St. John's goes a little bit smaller, a little more offensive firepower.
Jermaine Jackson, Harrelson. And a travel. Travel by Bakari Alexander, number 34.
We can almost sense the anxiety on the part of both of these teams.
Tariq Turner for Lopez, caught him going the wrong way, and again another turnover.
But I tell you what, they're guarding one another. There is some impressive defense going on out here.
Still a 5-3 game, Detroit.
Brian Alexander comes back in the game. Bakari Alexander goes out. St. John's more turnovers than points. That's not a good sign.
16-12 to go in the half. Bounce pass in. And that's Derek Hayes. 7 points for Hayes.
Well, he's got all Detroit's points. It's Hayes 7 and Zendon Hamilton 3.
Lopez won't go for him.
Jermaine Jackson, just an outstanding point guard for the Titans of Detroit.
Jackson for Robinson. Robinson hits a 3. Perry Robinson, the senior from Detroit.
Now, he's only hit 10 of those all year, but he shoots almost 50% from beyond the arc. You got to get out and guard him.
He's been a starter during the season, now coming off the bench, makes it 10-3. Zendon Hamilton.
And I think that's an important basket for St. John's. They went almost 5 minutes without a field goal. Hamilton still has all 5 of their points. Nobody else has scored for the Red Storm.
Jermaine Jackson. In for Harrelson, back to Jackson. Jackson lost control of it, started to bounce pass. Looked like he tried to hold it back. Artest quickly the other way for Hamilton.
And the game stopped because the ball went flying into the stands. Pretty impressive fast break when you get one of your big guys rebound the ball and get it down the court the way Artest just did. Pretty impressive.
Long rebound out to Frazier. This Miami team eliminated by Georgetown in the Big East tournament in the first round. It's like what, 7 out of 8 years? And at that point, they thought that probably meant no NCAA tournament bid.
Well, you'd have to say Miami and Florida State, 2 teams eliminated in their postseason tournament early. Both probably went home that night, figuring no chance they're going to play another game in the NCAA. Both of them in, and Florida State came away with a win in their first outing.
Johnny Hemsley comes in for Miami. In fact, Billy, you take the 4-11 seeds and Florida State, which had the worst seeding for an at-large team at a 12. Well, Miami's the last 11 to play. The 11s and Florida State right now are 3-1 in the tournament, which shows that the selection committee made some pretty good picks down at the very end of the draw.
And I think it also shows the balance in those final teams that were put in, as there wasn't a heck of a lot of difference between one or the other. Henderson can't get the shot up. Henderson really doesn't like this body contact he's seeing early on in this ball game.
Hemsley with a 3. Some awful shooting here at the start. Miami leads 4-2.
Davis trying to do too much with the ball, has it kicked right out of bounds.
There's a timeout on the floor.
UCLA's made only 1 of 5. Miami 4-2. Michelle Tafoya in Atlanta, and the Big Ten 5-0 in the opening round.
Jim, is that the record? 8 lower seeds have won so far? It's got to be awful close.
It's awful close. Princeton with the long win streak in the nation, 20 after its victory over UNLV yesterday. Will face Michigan State tomorrow in the second round.
Jim, I want to point out something. So far, UCLA 1 for 5. No one has shot over 50% against Miami all season. So this is par for the course in regard to the way they play in the Big East. They really hold you down. 37 of the last 50 teams they've played have shot under 40%.
It's amazing. Meanwhile, UCLA this season had 14 games where it shot over 50%.
Yeah, so something's got to give there. Just a contrast in styles. And so far, Miami getting their way. UCLA goes back to play a little zone here. Beautiful dish.
Great dish inside. Jennings missed the layup.
There's Davis showing his ability to go up on the boards.
Davis 3. Hensley runs it down.
When you're 1 for 5, you don't want your point guard coming down and taking that kind of shot. They've got to get better movement offensively.
Hensley follows for 2.
Hard to block out a guy when he's on the move after the shot.
Ran down his own shot, didn't he?
He hit the floor and was moving, and now we see Miami playing a zone. Tim James went out of this ball game early, and he's on that bench. I don't know if is there any ice pack on him or anything why he came out so quickly.
Nothing I see.
44, Elton Tyler, that's his first.
So Elton Tyler commits the foul.
James, a guy that plays 32 minutes a game, in and out in a hurry.
Oh, Bailey had no chance there.
Jennings made sure he never got that shot off. Kobe Bailey, 3-time all Pac-10 player.
Jennings, that's his first, third team foul.
That Detroit St. John's game tonight should be a great one.
St. John's for the first time in the NCAA tournament in the Felipe Lopez era. He and Zeldin Hamilton with so much written about them coming into St. John's, and it has to be unusual to think that it's taken them till their senior year to get there.
Word back from the Miami bench that James just sitting coach's decision right now. Norris, boy, he's quick and strong.
Very strong. Built even stronger than Muggsy Bogues.
UCLA foul number 54, Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson whistled for that one.
Well, I pointed out in regard to field goal percentage defense, there's Miami #1 in the country, and UCLA is certainly finding that you don't get any easy shots. They play physical basketball on the defensive end.
Norris will shoot one more, starting his 108th straight game for Miami. All-time assist man.
I mentioned Muggsy Bogues. Both are from Baltimore. Norris 5'9", Muggsy at 5'5".
Bailey 3.
UCLA not taking good shots, get nothing going on the inside. Miami really taking advantage of it.
And Wembley lost control of it. He had position inside. Here's Baron Davis driving to the basket for 2.
And he's showing Norris he can do the same thing, only finish.
Norris finds Hensley on the baseline. Tipped up once, and UCLA takes over.
Good job by Johnson to tap that ball out and keep it alive. He really was not in a good position to catch the ball himself.
Watson, 3-point shot.
They're getting one and done, Jim, as UCLA.
Norris.
Kevin Lewis for 3.
11-5 Hurricanes.
Do you get the feeling that Miami thinks they can win this basketball game?
I don't think there's any doubt they believe.
And they stay in that zone. Now they go inside with a good pass, and that's where it needs to go for UCLA.
Henderson to the line for 2.
You'll see Norris coming down. People with their back turned.
Number 44,
Nobody picking up the dribbler. Norris throws right over the top.
Elton Tyler commits his second.
Norris on the year, just a 32.
back at the United Center. A quick look at the game summary. The
name on the front of that jersey.
3 starters returned for Miami, including James. James, Frazier, and Bland are back.
Norris sits down, so you wonder who is going to be the primary ball handler on this team. Henderson, the last time we saw him on CBS, had his career-high big game against Louisville. A team that didn't bang him around as much as we're seeing Miami do here tonight. And UCLA stays in the matchup zone.
For the shot.
That's going to be Davis, Jim, and you talked about foul trouble.
UCLA foul on number 5, Baron Davis. That's his.
Well, the Bruins' 33rd tournament appearance, and their record against tournament teams 6-7. And look what they did this year, Billy, against number 1 seeds in the tournament.
Oh, brilliant play, and then Billy.
Can you believe it?
He throws it away when he has a man wide open. All he had to do is to throw the ball in a lob fashion as opposed to directly.
And that UCLA file, we saw their 6-7 record. They played Carolina, Duke, and then Arizona twice. 0-4 against those number 1 seeds in this tournament, losing by a 22-point average. But Duke and Carolina really destroyed them.
They really did. 68 to 109 and 84 to 120.
Bland. And followed up by James. Miami 13-6.
And UCLA better in the next couple of minutes. Start to figure out how to get the ball down inside to get some good shots. They're just everybody going one-on-one instead of trying to play a team offense.
Yeah, the top teams. Arizona beat them twice. Hard-fought win, though, by the Wildcats last week.
UCLA substitution number 13.
That's an 18-point average when you factor in the Stanford games.
UCLA some wins against teams in the tournament as well. New Mexico, they beat St. Louis, team we saw earlier tonight, and they beat UNLV, who was eliminated. That's a push.
Call on Travis Reed, who had just checked in.
Reed coming in the ball game, get a little more bulk in the game now for UCLA.
UCLA foul number 13, Travis Reed. That's his fourth team
6
foul.
points on the board for UCLA. They really have gotten away. They're 2 for 10 from the floor. So Miami right on schedule in regard to what they do to teams with their field goal percentage defense. Bland on the walk. I think they can get that ball again down inside, can Miami, and get that ball to Tim James. You can jump right over the weak side defender.
And James landed on J.R. Henderson. The University of Miami competed in this tournament back in 1960 and lost in the first round to Western Kentucky, 107-84 up in Lexington, Kentucky. In fact, in school history, they only have 1 basketball postseason victory. That was in the NIT in 1963 when they edged St. Francis of New York by 1. So no tradition in terms of any postseason glory, but they could certainly start a tradition here tonight.
Jim, probably their best chance was in 1964-65 when they had Rick Perry. They were 22-4, but they weren't eligible for the NCAA tournament. They were on probation at the time. Perry, of course, the great scoring leader, Hall of Famer.
J.R. Henderson puts it up wildly, and James clears. Oh, Henderson puts it right away and converts.
Terrific steal by J.R. from behind.
13-8.
That may have picked up the intensity level a little bit for UCLA.
Jennings steps in for a 2. Bland, he's tough to control inside.
Great hands by Bland. He's another one of those wide bodies. We'll see the takeaway. Henderson goes up, Tries to put up with the left hand, nothing there. James gets it, puts it above his head. Henderson just takes it right away from him.
Was there a little contact in there, perhaps?
Well, you know, it might have been just the fact that it looked aggressive.
Mario Bland at the line, shooting 1.
So Bland going for the three-point play. Hines committing the foul.
Bland really did not have a good game in the Big East tournament when they were eliminated from Georgetown. He was 0 for 3, didn't score, and fouled out of that game. Miami staying in that zone.
Lob doesn't work, and Miami has the advantage here. Behind the back to James, and a charge on James.
Boy, Reed fouled from behind.
Could have been a double charge. Look at the
Sure.
Bruins all lined up here.
But Reed hit him from behind before. You'll see the action here. You know Norris is going to dream up something there. Behind the back pass. Here comes the charge.
Domino effect. 15-8 Miami.
To dribble that ball, you got to force your defender off so that he goes more than 6 feet away.
7 turnovers now with a 5-second violation by St. John's. Derek Hayes nails it from the corner. And that makes it 25-21. Jesse to Turner. Ran outside. Off for Postel. And Jesse.
And I don't know that that's the shot Franz Pichella wants. In fact, let me amend that. I know that that's not the shot he wants.
Trying for 3 outside. Jesse, here's Jermaine Jackson back. Good ball handler. Great feet, Jermaine Jackson.
Jackson has really done a nice job controlling the offense for Detroit.
Oh, nice speed.
Nice speed, but then Robinson can't get his feet set.
So we have a 7:57 left in the first half. Detroit by 4. Back at
Along
the
with
United
Coach Kellogg, Greg Gumbel in New York. 25-21 Detroit with a 4-point lead on St. John's. Under 8 minutes to play in the first half. We'll keep that score at the top of your screen while we take you around the country and tell you what's happening elsewhere. At the Georgia Dome, the 11th seed Miami Hurricanes and the UCLA Bruins. It's a Miami lead.
They're making it tough defensively. Miami is going to fight. They're going to be very aggressive at the defensive end right now. Have been playing a zone that's packed in and very aggressive. UCLA has not been able to solve it as of yet.
0 for 4 from three-point land for the Bruins so far.
When you go against the zone, you at some point have to knock down some perimeter shots, and UCLA has been unable to do that. And Bland inside, he's a load down there. Really sits down in the post, long arms, wide lower body, and he knows how to use it.
Kevin Norris has scored 5 of Miami's 15 points. They are in the green, UCLA in the white. Meanwhile, at Rupp Arena in Lexington, the 16th seed Highlanders of Radford trailing Duke 24-10. About 11 minutes to play in the first half.
Typical 1-16 type matchup. Duke just has too much firepower at every position. Radford doing well to hang around as they are right now.
Meanwhile, we've talked about this all day and all evening long, that big bugaboo about turnovers, and Radford's been doing that. 7 turnovers so far against the Blue Devils.
Well, Duke is so good at being able to go out and pressure you just from any position on the floor. I mean, they're not a really big team, but they're quick and they're deep and they're very aggressive, especially at the defensive end.
You know, we always talk about a number 1 versus a number 16. I said to you yesterday, you know it's going to happen one day. It just
and
look
you
like
and I are going to be standing here next year and the year after and the year after, and we're still going to be saying one day one's going to lose to a 16.
I know one thing, you don't want to be the coach of that number 1 seed that eventually gets that loss.
You have that right, sir.
Under 11 minutes to play in the first half in this battle in Lexington, and Duke with the lead over Radford. In Oklahoma City, Prairie View A&M, another 16th seed against the top seed Jayhawks, and this is another blowout in the making, 24-7.
Billy Thomas, who missed the conference, the Big 12 conference tournament with a pulled leg muscle, is actually seeing some action for Kansas, and that's a good sign for Roy Williams. They need his perimeter shooting, not so much tonight, but as they advance in the tournament.
Speaking of perimeter shooting, Kansas 4 of 5 from behind the arc, 8 of 12 from the floor overall, and conversely Prairie View 13% field goal shooting. That won't win you too many games.
No, it certainly won't. And don't expect it to get any better for Prairie View. Kansas, way too much for them.
All right, St. John's, Detroit, a game that has featured 5 lead changes. We return you to United Center. Tim Ryan and Dan Bonner.
Inside, because they don't really have a pure outside shooter.
Henderson in traffic.
Right over the top of the back of Reed. Jennings on the foul.
Second on Jennings.
Well, we're watching Big East basketball from the old-time days. Huh? Georgetown, Villanova battles. 16-10 at the 10-minute mark. Oh, and the last thing you want to do is to not make some free throws. You've got to score at every possible opportunity.
Those years we do the Big East tournament, they had the 6 individual fouls.
Oh, boy, Reed on 2. That barely hit iron.
I like the way Norris distributes.
Well, he's so strong. See, he just went right through the defense with his strength and having the ball so low to the floor.
Every pass, though, is crisp.
Yes, it is. And quick.
Largest lead of the game, 18-10, Miami.
You can see everybody from UCLA trying to take the ball to the basket, Jim, and the zone is now packing back where at least 1 foot of every player almost touches the inside the lane. So there's not going to be anything available there. You see Reed sitting down. Reed now on the year is 9 for 35 from the free throw line, shooting under 25%. Under 27%, excuse me.
25, 27, what's the difference? Yeah. Bailey.
See, there's nothing there. The shot is going to have to be outside.
Chris Johnson, no whistle.
Is it going to count? Is it going to count?
They're calling a foul on Rico Hines away from the ball.
I don't think the basket's going to count. Henderson doing everything he can to try to finish off inside, but Miami doesn't give you any easy baskets. I never did see Hines coming from the back, but Henderson certainly finished off the shot. The basket will not count.
UCLA substitution number 25, Earl Watson.
So they stripped the Bruins of the basket.
There's Johnson going up, nothing doing. Tries to go up again, nothing doing. Here comes Henderson. He finishes off, but there was a push foul from behind by Hines.
1-1 at the other end. And the loose ball to the Hurricanes. And they've doubled the number now on the Bruins, 20-10.
Johnson really frustrated in this basketball game, Jim. Normally he can go and post up on people down inside, but against this zone there's nothing doing. That was good movement there. Inside, then out. Got to be ready for the jump shot.
There's the zone buster, Toby Bailey.
Best movement by UCLA so far in the half. Punch it inside, get it back outside, be ready to shoot the jumper. Strong, solid screen by Wembley.
And Henderson controls underneath. Baron Davis
gets his own rebound.
UCLA ball.
Jim, Baron Davis has developed that hesitation-type dribble, which is really an illegal move, but seems to get away with it.
It looks like a palm or a carry, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
UCLA just 22% from the field, trailing by 7.
Looking athlete, this freshman, Ron Artest. Phillips. He lost control. Good hustle by St. John's. This is Colin Charles, 2-on-2.
A blocking foul is going to be called. Now this is a play that St. John's ought to consider putting in the playbook. He fumbles the ball, then recovers it, very nearly loses it. What a great job to recover his dribble, and then he's got the balance to be able to get the ball up to the basket.
Jackson picks up his first personal, meanwhile, sending Colin Charles to the line. Charles looked like he was just trying to climb right up Jackson since he was there available to get up for his layup. Well, that's shoot two, he gets one.
That's the way the game is played on those courts where the surface is blacktop and the nets are changed.
That's right. 32 to 29.
And for St. John's, number 4.
Charles can get St. John's back to within 2. Tight game here, 3:05 to go, first half. Just get the sense, as we said earlier, it's going to be this kind of a game all the way to the end. 2-point game, 3:05 remaining in the first half. Detroit on top.
.734.
32 to 30, 3:05 to go in the first half. We're in the first round of the Midwest region, and looking at the other half of it down in Oklahoma City, Rhode Island advanced with a win over Murray State. Kansas leading Prairie View A&M handily in the first half of their game. And how about down below there? What a finish for Valparaiso over Ole Miss.
Well, Valparaiso with that great finish. Florida State, a team that everybody wondered about why they're in the tournament, but Valpo has now won 11 games in a row, and they're really on a roll against the Florida State team that struggled just before the tournament. Big win, though, over TCU.
Bakari Alexander, Jackson, Ferguson, Brian Alexander, and I mentioned Ferguson on the floor for Detroit, along with Derek Hayes. And turnover, St. John's ball. Coming up shortly on Pennzoil at the half, Greg Gumbel, Clark Kellogg, and Dean Smith will be along to give you their reactions to all of the action today. And boy, what action there has been. We've had a bunch of upsets. Exciting day in the NCAA tournament.
That was a charging foul against Jermaine Jackson, his second foul. So Perry Watson's got to take his point guard out of the game for the last 2.5 minutes of the half. What a pass and what a catch!
Tyrone Grant. 6 points for Grant. And we're tied with 2:14 to go in the half. Derek Hayes trying for a three off the mark, but the whistle had blown before.
Grant does such a great job getting position inside. And that was just a tremendous pass. You throw it right to the place that's open, and Grant with that one-handed stab lays it in the basket. Then as he reacted going up the court, he very nearly hit Hamilton right in the jaw.
Postel, meanwhile, picked up his first personal away from the ball on that long shot by Derek Hayes. 2:08 to go, still tied. Hayes pull up, in and out. Rebounded by Brian Alexander, and it's knocked out by Ron Artest.
And I'm telling you, Artest has been everywhere since he's been in the game. He really moved his feet very well to force the tough shot by Hayes, and then knocked the ball away from Alexander.
Desmond Ferguson will inbounds for Phillips. Phillips missing. And Hayes pushed out of bounds.
He was flying out of bounds, and he called the timeout. It'll be a 20-second timeout for St. John.
1:56 remaining. Perry Watson down there with his final instructions. 1:56 remaining first half. Well, it's hard for these games tomorrow. North Carolina will meet UNC Charlotte. And that is a great intra-state rivalry, mainly because they never played each other. Hard to believe, isn't it? Princeton against Michigan State. Princeton, what a team. And, you know, listening to Bill Baino of UNLV, his comments afterwards, he said, you know, I know all about the system. I know about the Ivy Leagues. None of these guys can play basketball. Michigan State will meet them next.
Princeton has spent a good portion of the year ranked in the top 10, and the reason for that is that they have some pretty good athletes, some guys who can play. They are no fluke.
Made believers out of UNLV. Hayes driving into the lane, lost control. Good recovery by Bakari Alexander. Brian Alexander had it stolen away by Artest. The freshman leading a 3-on-1. And Hamilton couldn't hold on. And it'll be Detroit ball. Ron Artest, as you said, he's been everywhere.
Hamilton really didn't hang on to the ball very well. Artest did a great job pushing it up, but Hamilton He was in good position, just could not hold the ball.
Under the 140 mark. Phillips brings it up court for Detroit. Watched by Colin Charles. Derek Hayes. Kari Hamilton back outside for Phillips. Ferguson off the mark. Grant high to grab that rebound. Colin Charles slows it down.
Just some outstanding defense by St. John's, and I'm really impressed with the job Artest is doing against Derek Hayes.
Colin Charles deep to the corner, the feed, but a foul on the play.
Well, they're going to have to figure out a way, Detroit that is, to keep Tyrone Grant from getting such great position inside. Perry Watson, during that last timeout, was showing his players what they needed to do against Grant. But Grant gets that big body in there, and he seals them off pretty well. They just can't get around.
Ryan Alexander picks up his second personal, sending Grant to the line. Here's Grant connects. St. John's lead by 1. A minute to go in the first half.
And Grant has come in the game. Of course, he started the game, but he went out, and since he's come back in, he's done a nice job providing a steadying influence for St. John's. He now has 8 points, Tim, and has been the inside presence that St. John's has needed to climb back in this game and take the lead.
Terry Robinson has returned to the Titan lineup. Desmond Ferguson with the ball. For Robinson. Robinson watched by Hamilton. That's off the mark, and Artest rebounding. Can't ask much more of this freshman. He's done it all so far in the first half.
And isn't it a luxury to have one of your big guys rebound the ball and be able to dribble it down the court so effectively?
Artest starts to make his move, kicks it back outside.
Another good decision, Tim.
Yep.
He's taking it in there, but recognizing he doesn't have anything, getting it back out.
Charles for Grant. Grant missing. And it's air ball picked off by Derek Hayes. Phillips pulls up for a 3. Won't drop for him. Rebounded by St. John's. Thrown the length of the floor, and not so far off the mark by Grant. Tyrone Grant got a little glass anyway. And we've reached the end of the first half. A 2-point game, and you just, again, I keep repeating this, you have the feeling this is going to look the same in the second half. We go right down to the wire. The 7 seeds from St. John's against the 10th-seeded Detroit, and it's a 2-point game. Let's go to Jimmy Dykes.
Coach, you know these guys from Detroit can play. What do you have to do the second 20 minutes to finish this thing off?
I think it's going to be another 20 minutes of a junkyard dog battle, Jimmy. This game went exactly like we thought. 2 teams scrapping for every loose ball and rebound. We got to have 20 more minutes of the same kind of intensity.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Tim?
Well, Fran Fraschilla agrees with us, Dan. That's the end of the first half with the score St. John's 34, Detroit 32. CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the Men's NCAA Basketball Championship continues after this message and a word from your local station.
Emsley knocked it away.
The other thing that surprises me, Jim, in this entire run, and we have not seen the star player, Tim James, play much at all here in this first half.
James, the all-Big East performer, out of Miami, the first time they ever had a first-team all-Big East player.
As I said, he's used to playing about 33 minutes a game. Good job by J.R. Henderson. Silky smooth on the inside.
26-23 Miami. James has 4 points for the Hurricanes.
And I'll bet you he hasn't been in 10 minutes. Jennings dribbles it off his foot. Miami is really getting sloppy here in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
There's a timeout on the floor.
Timeout on the floor. Miami with 13 turnovers, yet still leads by 3.
Around the NCAA tournament, we're all set to fill you in on every single bit of it.
CBS Sports presents Pennzoil at the Half, sponsored by Pennzoil, specially formulated for today's stop-and-go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
Welcome to Pennzoil at the Half, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Clark Kellogg and Dean Smith. Our halftime score, St. John's by 2 over Detroit, 34-32. I want to give you guys a pat on the back. You said this would be the best game of the evening, and you were right, Coach.
We haven't had many close ones this evening, but Detroit, I think, is really showing how strong that conference was.
St. John's was able to finish the half with an 8-0 run. Detroit went through a period, the last 5 minutes, they don't score, but this game has been back and forth. 6 lead changes in the first half.
I don't believe we've seen the last lead change of the night either in that game.
I would agree with you.
At the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, South Region first-round action. The Hurricanes of Miami with a 3-point lead on UCLA. Jim Nance and Billy Packer are there. We'll go back and check in with them as they come out of a timeout, and the Bruins trailing by 3. Miami on top.
Miami Hurricane basketball program has not been ranked in the Associated Press poll since March of 1960. They actually at one point this year had the 26th most votes, but not cracking the rankings.
That was Bruce Hale's coach team, Dick Hickok's, their All-American score, 1960.
Actually were in the top 10 that year. That was the last year they were in the NCAA tournament. Stolen away by Jennings. So 38 years between tournament appearances by Miami. And the Canes trying to get to the second round, and they had 3 opportunities on that trip.
Boy, great hustle by Henderson, but he is really tired. He is giving quite an effort out here.
Toby Bailey underneath.
That was Bland that got a piece from behind. Bailey very upset there, calling it a held ball. He wanted a foul.
Bruins led right now by J.R. Henderson with 11. Bailey with 8.
You know, Jim, Bland on the year only has 9 blocks, which shows you how he plays defense. He's a position player, doesn't get caught up in the air.
Henderson now with 13, more than half the Bruin total. They've climbed within 1. They were down 10 at one time.
Well, it's been a gut check for the Bruins, and they've answered that one. They had a chance to get blown out of here, but Miami's problem, they have a hard time scoring. And there's a second time Norris has taken the downtown bomb.
You're going to give it to me? I'll take it. Kevin Norris. Chris Johnson on the other end, though, who averaged 21 a game in the Pac-10, has not scored tonight.
It's hard to believe because he has been so consistent throughout the course of the year. As I said, 14, 20-plus games.
Averaged 23 a game the last 7 of the season. Here he is. Chris Johnson, 3-pointer. Well, got to call his name out. There you go. Ahead comes Miami. To Jennings, who misses the layup.
Pretty good job that time by Baron Davis to chase him down.
Bruins can take the lead.
Nice
Inside,
pass.
Henderson rattles out. That would have been the Bruins' first lead of the night.
Beautiful pass by Toby Bailey.
Norris in the lane, finds the slashing teammate Jennings. Too strong. Ahead to Davis. Davis gives UCLA's first lead.
I'll tell you what, we've got some guys that can explode to the basket. Baron Davis certainly one of those. It's the second time tonight he has just taken off.
Tyler.
Boy, there's some bricks being shot by Miami in this last...
Awfully entertaining game. UCLA by 1 now over the Hurricanes of Miami, 30-29 in the final minute of the first half. Meanwhile, at Rupp Arena in Lexington, they have reached halftime. Duke in a runaway, 51-19. And in Oklahoma City, Prairie View, the 16th seed there, meeting the same fate at the hands of top seed Kansas, 52-17. Want to remind you what's coming up tomorrow, second half or in our coverage on Saturday. We'll bring you second round coverage. Our first tip is at 12:10 Eastern time, when all of you will see ACC tournament champ North Carolina take on UNC Charlotte in the first ever meeting between the schools. About 2:20 p.m. Eastern, many of you will see number 10 West Virginia against against the #2 Cincinnati Bearcats. Others will see Princeton against Michigan State. For the third leg of our Saturday quadruple header, many of you will see Laurent Profit in Maryland against Illinois. Others will watch Richmond against Washington. And our evening coverage concludes with Illinois State against Arizona, Indiana against Connecticut. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll send you back to Chicago for second half action in a moment.
Pennzoil at the Half has been sponsored by Pennzoil, specially formulated for today's stop-and-go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
Here he is.
10 seconds left in the half.
Not enough time to do what you want.
Norris now drives, and the pass deflected off the Bruins with 3.3 on the clock.
Jim, you'd like to have the ball in a guy like Norris's hands at the 10-second mark, so he's got time to do whatever he wants. Shoot, penetrate, make the hit.
Out to Hemsley. Hemsley with a 3 to tie it. To go to the locker room with the game tied at 32.
Over Hines. Again, not what was diagrammed, but it worked out fine for Miami.
Johnny Hemsley knots it at 32.
Look at this ending.
Michelle Tafoya is with us. Michelle?
Yep, with Steve Lavin, a sloppy first half of basketball. They played you so well defensively. What's the biggest adjustment you need to make in the second half?
Well, it looked a little bit like a football game. Moved the chains, fourth down in the snow at Green Bay. But right now, our guys just got to stay patient, move the ball. They did a good job in terms of controlling tempo. But we got to get on the glass and rebound. We did a better job of that in the last 10 minutes. And then offensively, we got to knock down shots. We got 4 freshmen that are excited. They're playing a lot of minutes. But our seniors responded well.
Coach, thanks. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Jim, back to you.
Specifically, senior J.R. Henderson responding. UCLA 32, Miami 32 at halftime. And CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship will continue after this message and a word from your local station.